Hello, my name is Theresa Andrews. I'm applying for the 15-month master's program in speech language pathology. What originally drew me to this career field was my son Jordan was born with meconium aspiration. He spent 6 weeks in the neonatal intensive care unit and was intubated during that time. When he was released to come home, we had a home health nurse that would visit, track his progress. And during those visits, we noticed a trend of his weight going down. He was falling down on the lower end of the percentile scale. We brought it up to his pediatrician, and they told us, do whatever you need to do to get the weight on him. We'll figure the rest of this out. It'll work itself out. It didn't, and we continued to have problems with his feeding, though we did get the weight put on him as needed. My theory being, and it's actually through research, I figured that what happened is with the time being intubated for that duration, he hadn't had the chance to develop the oral muscles needed for feeding. He wasn't able to take a breast, a bottle, a spoon, and so at times it was very difficult feeding him. And because of that, he still has issues with his labial seal, and it's something that we will continue to work on. I tease him that when I get accepted to a graduate school, I will be using him as my master's thesis. So poor kid. Anyway, what draws me to University of the Pacific is I like the idea of major course offerings with the small college feel. I find value in the smaller class sizes where you can actually get face time with your professors. You can brainstorm with them. You have smaller classes to network with. And the fact that, you get that more one-on-one individual attention as needed. I like the idea that it's the facility there. I've taken the campus tour. It's an incredible facility over in the language department. And I can appreciate all the little specialty programs they offer, like the balance program, the loud program, the general clinic experience. I can see the value in all of that. And I would love to be part of that community. The final part of University of the Pacific, which is to me a huge part, is the camaraderie and the network that you develop within that school. It's prominent in the community. And I have friends that have graduated from there, and they've all said, that network, that alumni association has really benefited them. Just in the sense of always having a resource available, an ear to lend, anything like that. And they really do step back, reach back and help the newer graduates. So I can appreciate that. With the theory of the primary caregiver having a connection with Colleen, the previous therapist, what I would do is after the normal transition between one therapist to another, reviewing file notes and talking to people, I would invite the caregiver to come in and meet with me individually, sit down and make sure our goals are aligned, and see what worked with Colleen, what didn't. During the sessions with the child, I would, if there were interjections, I would, the first time, just kind of redirect the conversation back to the actual session, keep the child on track. If it got to be to the point where it mentioned that she frequently interjected, at that point, I would point out, let's keep the session on track, and you and I can talk offline and have a conversation about what worked and what didn't. If we need to further evaluate that, maybe she has ideas since she's been with the child longer, but it's not with the child in session is not the time or place to discuss it. And I have a fear that bringing Colleen into the conversation repeatedly might interfere with the child building a connection with me. Or at least cause some confusion between Colleen did this, I did that kind of situation. So that would be the best bet, is to eliminate that from the get-go. All right, so I appreciate your time and thank you.